Okay, folks, now, continuing with this bombastic review, my heart starts to beat just a little faster. Every time this gentleman on the show, probably the most successful daredevil of our age. Yes, recently voted, according to him, Nike Slam Dunk Champion. His smash hit television series has been picked up by Showtime for a 5th year. Huzzah, huzzah. Would you welcome Super Dave Osborne, folks? Be still my heart. Good to see you, Super.
Great, I've got a little something for you.
Come
I hate
on
to
now.
push things.
You don't have to bring gifts all the time.
All right, and that's for you, Ed.
For me?
Yes. What this is, we've just come out. We've just come out with merchandising, and this is our first item, and it's for the summer, and it's a fantastic invention because I know when you go to the beach or you're by a pool and you go in the water, all of a sudden someone comes out and says, "Hey, that's my raft."
That's happened to me at Malibu.
Absolutely. So what we're doing is we are personalizing a raft. If you purchase a raft, we will find out information from your friends and the people you work with, and so we personalize the raft without putting your name on it. They'll know it's yours.
Just by what you put on
Absolutely, and it comes with a canister, so it's easy to blow
Super
up.
Dave, Super Raft.
Sure, I'll show you yours.
Would you show me how?
Open that up.
Yes, I sure will. All right.
You can see this.
Well, what have you got on there?
It's got a crown, 28 years, where you're king of the night.
My goodness.
It's got tennis rackets, which you love.
I love.
It's got a drum set,
I
and
play
it's
the
got
drums.
a magic hat.
Because I used to do magic and all?
Absolutely.
So just
So
by
not
putting
only
these
will
things
they
together...
say, "Hey, this is your raft," but it'll be fun to lay on.
Isn't that nice? Well, that's very, very nice. You got one for Ed there, too? Is that one personalized?
I didn't see Ed's, but my people tell me it was personalized, and if he loses it, people will know it's his, too.
Well, let's see what his is.
You're a great guy.
The way things have been going for Ed lately, that comes in just handy right now. Well, we're going to take a short break, Super Dave. You will stand around, won't you?
Absolutely.
Be still my heart. We'll be right back. All right, roll call. If you just joined us, folks, go wake the neighbors. Super Dave Osborne's here. You're doing a lot of merchandising, aren't you? You've got the gifts here now. And
Absolutely. People seem to want it, so we're going to come out with some fascinating things.
And you got a new book?
I do have a new book.
Tell me about the book.
Absolutely. It's right here.
All right.
I believe the most important thing to our life is a memory. I think it's the most important sense.
Most people don't have one at all.
Absolutely. So I've come out with a book called Don't Forget to Remember, right there. And it's absolutely great because, you know, you meet 1 million people.
I do.
And it's very difficult to remember names. Well, there's a chapter in here that tells you exactly how to remember names, and there's many different things on memories in here.
Did you forget where the chapter is? Sorry.
Well, it doesn't really matter. I remember the points. Now, I'm going to do a thing with you, how to remember your name. Say I'm at a party, and someone introduces you to me. They say, "Super Dave, this is the great Jimmy Carson."
Johnny.
All right?
Johnny.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take your first name,
Yeah.
and I'm going to take letter by letter and relate it to something.
Link it with something.
J, just incredibly gifted.
Well.
I, individually brilliant. M, you're married. M, you were married before. Y.
Good question. So that's the way you do it, huh?
Yes, and there's something else in here. You know, I've been to parties with you, I don't really have a personality. I'm a daredevil and a superstar.
Of course.
And I can't...
Daredevils don't need personalities.
I can't go and tell stories, and I love to tell stories. Well, there's a chapter in here, how to remember stories. And if we have the time...
After dinner speakers, you mean?
Absolutely. I've got an adorable story to tell it like a party or something, and I couldn't remember it until I read the chapter on how to tell a story.
Well,
do you have time for that?
If it's not too long, yeah.
No, it isn't. It's delightful. It's about a man named Ted and a girl named Mary. And they both had similar problems. Ted had unbelievably bad foot odor. And Mary had incredibly terrible breath. And because of this, they would always look at the ground. They would never look up. They would go to work and look at the ground. Well, one day, lo and behold, they both left their job, walking home, looking at the ground, and they bumped into each other. And it was the first time either one of them had ever made eye contact. Well, needless to say, they fell madly in love. And they began to float down the street with their love. They came to the first hotel they saw. They flew into the lobby. Ted said, "Give me your penthouse." The owner said, "Fine, take the elevator." He said, "Forget it, we'll float up the stairs with our love." So they floated up the stairs with their love. They came to the penthouse. Ted opened the door. He said, "Mary, my darling, you go into your bathroom and prepare for tonight. I'll go into my bathroom and prepare for tonight. I'll meet you under the covers in 5 minutes." So they went to their respective bathrooms. Ted was so excited, he started to get dressed the right way. Now, they were in the bathroom. They both shut their doors, and each one of them individually began to prepare for their nightly ritual to solve their problem. Ted boiled his feet in Lysol, wrapped them in towels, and set them on fire. Mary was gargling with pool chlorine. All of a sudden, the doors flew open, and they flew under the covers. Ted grabbed Mary's face and held her face very close to his, and he said, "Mary, my darling, I want to embrace you." She lowered her head onto his chest. She said, "Ted, before we embrace, I have to tell you a secret about myself." He said, "I already know, my sweetheart. You ate my socks."
You told that story on this show about a year and a half ago. The same story. You told exactly the same story. You ate my socks.
I would have remembered.
You told it. Anyway, read the book on stories and remembering. Now, somebody tells me you're into ecology or something that has to do with the environment?
Absolutely. We developed something that I think is absolutely sensational. This is a Geiger car.
A Geiger car?
Absolutely. What this will do is, you know how you drive along the highway and you see those ugly oil wells?
Absolutely.
Well, they spoil the scenery. This car, when hooked up with a computer on land and an assistant, will drive along, and you'll be able to punch and find the depths of things. How low oil is, how low shale is, where water is, so there will be no more drilling.
Sort of like a divining rod?
Absolutely, and it's sensational, and we've got a practical model of this, and I did a demonstration. We had a slight mishap, but I will bring it back, but that's why I brought the car tonight.
Well, it's nice of you to bring the car, but did the staff get a tape? We did get a tape.
I don't want to show a tape tonight, okay?
Well, I think it's only fair to our audience, since you're pushing this thing, to see the prototype of this.
But we had a slight mishap, and it will probably show up.
No, I don't think. Maybe they won't see it. Bobby, you want to run that tape of the Geiger car? Watch the monitor.
Okay, basically, I'm not getting too much of a reading here. Are you getting anything?
No, not yet.
All right, let's move on a little bit.
Moving on.
Okay, I don't see too much going on here. Basically, I've got no oil anywhere in this area. Is that correct?
That's what I'm getting on the readout, yeah.
Okay, you've got 200. You should have white to light brown massive sandstone.
Yeah, I'm getting the sandstone. I'm getting a mineral deposit of some kind here.
All right, bring it up more to the surface, please.
Okay, going up to the surface.
180, you should have some Oxnard aquifer in there.
I'm getting aquifer showing up. I'm getting another readout, a little less than 180
Let me bring it right up to the surface, please.
Okay, we're going right up now.
I'm getting some kind of an iron ore deposit.
I'm getting the same thing. Give me a second, Super. It's coming out. We're getting a readout now.
Is it a metal or something?
Yeah. Oh, I know what it is.
What is it?
Train tracks.
Train tracks? Double check that. I'm going to back up.
Those things happen.
Yeah, that's when you try something new, you're going to have mishaps.
Edison didn't make it the first time with a light bulb either. You know, a lot of
Who?
things. Edison, Thomas, it's not important. He's in the book. Well, Super Dave, it's always a great
pleasure.
personal
I
thrill
love
for
your
me.
show.
And well, come back We'll be right back. Stay where you are. George Siegel coming up.